Hello everyone and welcome back to the TV Days Drama Digest channel. We're your go-to source for all the heart-pounding twists, tear-jerking moments, and jaw-dropping revelations from the world of daytime television. If you're a fan of Days of Our Lives, you know that Salem is never short on drama, and today, we're diving deep into one of the most emotionally charged storylines we've seen in recent episodes. Buckle up because we're about to unpack the shocking, soul-shattering saga of Brady Black's heartbreaking decision to say goodbye to his beloved daughter, Rachel. This isn't just a plot point, it's a rollercoaster of raw emotions, moral dilemmas, and potential regrets that will leave you questioning everything. We'll explore every angle, every tear, and every what-if, turning this gripping tale into an epic narrative that captures the essence of why we love soap operas so much. Let's get into it, shall we? First, let's set the stage for this devastating turn of events. Brady Black, the brooding, ever-conflicted hero of Salem, has always been a man torn between his fierce loyalty to family and his unyielding sense of right and wrong. Played with such intensity by Eric Martsolf, Brady has weathered storms that would break lesser men: addictions, betrayals, lost loves, and now, the unimaginable pain of confronting his own child's dark path. Rachel, the innocent little girl who once brought light into his chaotic life, has transformed into a troubled soul whose actions have spiraled out of control. We're talking about mistakes that aren't just youthful indiscretions. These are errors that have rippled through the lives of everyone around her, leaving a trail of destruction in their wake. Imagine the scene: Brady, with his chiseled jaw clenched in determination, pacing the dimly lit living room of the Kyriakis mansion. The weight of the world presses down on his broad shoulders as he replays the horrifying revelations. In his mind, Rachel's scheme is manipulative, vengeful, and dangerously impulsive have endangered friends, family, and even strangers. Perhaps it started small, with a lie here or a tantrum there, but it escalated into something far more sinister. Whispers of her involvement in sabotage, emotional blackmail, or even physical altercations have echoed through Salem's grapevine. Brady, ever the protector, can no longer turn a blind eye. He's seen the signs, the defiant glares, the erratic behavior, the isolation from those who care about her most. It's not just rebellion, it's a cry for help masked in anger and defiance. In a moment of gut-wrenching clarity, Brady realizes that love alone isn't enough to save her. He can't fix this with hugs, stern talks, or promises of better days. Rachel needs professional help, medical intervention that goes beyond outpatient therapy or family counseling. And in the world of Days of Our Lives, that means one place: Bayview Sanitarium, the infamous facility that's been both a haven for healing and a hotbed for more drama than we can count. Bayview isn't just a hospital, it's a labyrinth of padded rooms, echoing hallways, and shadowy figures where the line between recovery and relapse blurs. Think of it as Salem's own Pandora's box for the mentally tormented characters who've danced with madness, from the villainous to the victimized. Brady's decision doesn't come lightly. Picture him alone at night, staring out at the stormy Salem skies, his heart pounding like thunder. Tears well in his eyes as he weighs the pros and cons. On one hand, keeping Rachel at home means risking further harm to her, to himself, to the innocent bystanders caught in her web. On the other, committing her to Bayview feels like abandonment, a betrayal of the father-daughter bond that's been his anchor through so many trials. He consults with trusted allies, perhaps Marlena Evans, the wise psychiatrist who's seen it all, or even his ex, Kristen DeMera, whose own twisted history adds layers of complexity. Kristen, with her manipulative flair, might argue against it, seeing echoes of her own institutionalizations, but Brady stands firm. This is for her own good, he whispers to himself, though doubt gnaws at his soul. The day arrives like a dark cloud over Salem. Brady, dressed in a somber suit that mirrors his mood, drives Rachel to Bayview under the guise of a routine visit. He doesn't want to alarm her, not yet. Rachel, oblivious or perhaps in denial, chatters away in the passenger seat, her backpack slung over her shoulder like it's just another school day. That backpack, oh, the symbolism. Stuffed with her favorite toys, a crumpled drawing of her family, maybe a secret diary filled with her turbulent thoughts represents her fragile hope for normalcy. She envisions returning home, curling up on the couch with Brady for movie night, laughing off the recent troubles as a bad dream. But Brady knows better. His hands grip the steering wheel so tightly his knuckles turn white, his mind racing with flashbacks, Rachel's first steps, her infectious giggles, the way she clung to him during his own dark times. As they pull up to Bayview's imposing gates, the atmosphere thickens. The building looms like a Gothic fortress, its ivy-covered walls hiding secrets that could fill volumes. Nurses in crisp uniforms bustle about, their faces a mix of compassion and weariness. Brady escorts Rachel inside, his armor on her protectively, but his steps are heavy with dread. The intake process is a blur of paperwork, hushed conversations, and clinical assessments. Rachel begins to sense something's amiss, her eyes dart around, her small hand tightening in his. "Daddy, when are we going home?" she asks, her voice laced with innocence and budding fear. The climax of this heart-wrenching scene unfolds in the sterile admission room. Brady kneels down to her level, his voice cracking as he explains the truth. "Sweetheart, you're going to stay here for a little while. The doctors will help you feel better." Rachel's face crumples, confusion giving way to panic. She clutches her backpack like a lifeline, shaking her head vehemently. "No, Daddy, I want to go home with you. Please." Her pleas escalate into screams, echoing off the cold walls as orderlies gently but firmly guide her away. Behind closed doors, her cries pierce the air, primal wails that shatter Brady's resolve. He stands there, frozen, tears streaming down his rugged face. The camera lingers on his trembling form, capturing every quiver, every sob. As he turns and walks away, each step feeling like a mile. Oh, the drama. This moment is pure soap opera gold, designed to tug at every heartstring. Brady's exit isn't just physical, it's an emotional amputation. He drives home in silence, the empty passenger seat a gaping void. Back at the mansion, he collapses into a chair, burying his face in his hands. Memories flood him: Rachel's birth, the custody battles, the fleeting joys amidst the chaos. He questions himself relentlessly: is this the right call? Could he have done more? The guilt is palpable, a living entity that haunts his every waking moment. But here's where the plot thickens, adding layers of suspense and foreboding to this already tragic tale. Despite Brady's conviction that Bayview is the sanctuary Rachel needs, whispers of danger lurk within its walls. Enter the wild card, another patient, a shadowy figure whose influence could derail Rachel's recovery entirely. Who is this mysterious individual? Speculation runs wild among fans. Could it be a returning villain from Salem's past, Simeone like Vivian Alamain, with her scheming ways, or perhaps a new character introduced to stir the pot? This patient isn't just any inmate, they're a bad seed, radiating toxicity that preys on the vulnerable. Imagine Rachel, alone in her room, her backpack unpacked on the bed, staring at the barred window. The facility's written group therapy, medication rounds, quiet hours feels alien and oppressive. Then, during a seemingly innocuous encounter in the common area, she meets this fellow patient. Let's call them Alex for dramatic effect, a charismatic yet manipulative soul, with a history of dragging others into their web of deceit. Alex befriends Rachel, offering sympathy with a sly smile. "I know what it's like to be locked away," Alex might say, their eyes gleaming with hidden intent. Rachel, desperate for connection, latches on, sharing her secrets, her resentments, her unprocessed rage. Brady's mistake? Underestimating the perils of institutional life. In his haste to protect her, he might have exposed her to even greater risks. What if Alex encourages Rachel's darker impulses, planting seeds of rebellion or revenge? Picture clandestine meetings in the shadows of the garden. Whisper plots that echo the very behaviors Brady sought to curb. Rachel, influenced by this toxic presence, could spiral further, perhaps attempting an escape, lashing out at staff, or even internalizing harmful ideologies that make her return to Salem a ticking time bomb. The irony is deliciously cruel. Brady, believing he's saving her, might be setting the stage for her ultimate downfall. Fans are buzzing. Will this bad influence lead Rachel to commit an unforgivable act? Could it tie into larger story arcs, like the ongoing Demara Black feud or a new conspiracy brewing in Salem? The writers of Days of Our Lives are masters at these twists, layering personal tragedies with overarching intrigue. Remember past Bayview's and Stefano's manipulations, Abigail's hallucinations? History suggests that no one leaves unchanged, and Rachel's stay could redefine her character arc. Let's delve deeper into the psychological underpinnings. Rachel's mistakes aren't random, they're symptoms of deeper trauma. Growing up in Salem means exposure to kidnappings, resurrections, and endless betrayals. As the daughter of Brady and Kristen, she's inherited a legacy of instability. Kristen's villainous tendencies, obsessive, dramatic. Unhagen might have genetically or environmentally influenced Rachel. Brady's own battles with addiction and impulsivity add to the mix. This storyline shines a spotlight on mental health in soaps, albeit dramatically amplified. It's a reminder that even in fiction, seeking help is brave. But the road to recovery is fraught with pitfalls. Now, expand that to the ripple effects on other characters. How does Kristen react? As Rachel's mother, her response could be explosive, storming Bayview's gates, accusing Brady of overreach or even plotting to rescue her daughter. Victor Kiriakis, Brady's grandfather, might weigh in with his gruff wisdom, while siblings like Teresa or Tate grapple with their own emotions. The entire Black family dynamic shifts, alliances fracture, and new conflicts ignite. Salem's interconnected web means this decision touches every own from the Hortons to the Bradys, amplifying the drama tenfold. And what about Brady's personal toll? This goodbye isn't temporary, it's a catalyst for his own unraveling. We might see him drowning sorrows at the Brady pub, confiding in Chloe or Nicole, or even slipping back into old habits. The tears he shed at Bayview can mark the beginning of a redemption arc or a descent into despair. Martsolf's portrayal promises Emmy-worthy moments, those haunted eyes. The quiet vulnerability beneath the tough exterior. As we speculate, let's consider fan theories. Some believe this is a setup for Rachel's villain origin story, emerging from Bayview as a mini Kristen ready to wreak havoc. Others hope for a heartfelt reunion, with therapy leading to genuine growth. The presence of that bad influence patient adds suspense. Will they be revealed as a long-lost relative, a pawn in a larger scheme, or simply a red herring? Zooming out, the storyline exemplifies why Days of Our Lives endures. Since 1965, it's blended romance, mystery, and melodrama, evolving with societal issues like mental health. Bayview, introduced decades ago, has hosted iconic arcs. Think Carly's burial alive or Marlena's possession. Rachel's journey fits this tradition, blending high stakes with human frailty. But enough analysis, let's paint a vivid, extended scene to immerse you further. Envision the drive to Bayview, rain patters on the windshield mirroring Brady's inner turmoil. Rachel hums a tune, oblivious, while Brady steals glances, memorizing her features. Arrival, the creak of the gates, the sterile scent of antiseptic. Intake, forms signed with a shaking hand, doctors probing questions. The farewell, Rachel's backpack drops, her screams crescendo as doors slam. Brady outside, pounding the wall in anguish, vowing to visit daily. Post-departure, Brady wanders Salem's streets, flashbacks, inner cuticles, laughter, her tantrums. His failures. At home, he stares at her empty room, toys scattered like ghosts. Phone calls to Marlena, seeking reassurance, but doubt lingers. Meanwhile, inside Bayview, Rachel curls in bed, sobbing, until Alex approaches. Hey kid, rough day. Their bond forms over shared meals, games, secrets. Alex's influence creeps, subtle suggestions, twisted advice. Weeks pass, Brady visits, sees changes, Rachel's defiance hardens. He senses something off, investigates, uncovers Alex's dark past. Confrontation ensues, regrets mount. This expanded narrative captures the essence, but the real magic is in the episodes. What do you think, viewers? Is Brady's choice heroic or hasty? Will Rachel emerge stronger or scarred? Could this bad influence spark a new villain era? Share your thoughts in the comments, love hearing your takes. As we wrap this deep dive, remember, soap operas like Days thrive on unpredictability. Stay tuned for more updates from TV Days Drama Digest. Until next time, keep the drama alive.